So Skip, tell us a bit about your background. What would you like people to know about you?
Well, I was born in Los Angeles, and my first job was at a auto and body repair shop in 1959 when I was 16 years old. The only job I ever had in my life. That lasted until 2010 when I retired. Around 1961 or 1962, we started with 6 employees in Van Nuys at the Van Nuys Airport. Through the years, that actually built up to working in 7 states with about 450 employees, maintaining about 30,000 vehicles. In that time, I also did work for Southern California Edison, Southern California Gas Company, LA County, Sparkless Water, SDG&E, and a few other small utilities, small cities. Anyway, we retired in 2010. Margot and I bought our first piece of property in Rancho Santa Fe in 2013, and we moved here full-time in 2015. And I am now active on the association finance board, the golf club's activities committee, the garden club, and I've been active on the tech committee, bringing fiber optic into the community.
Is there anything unique about Rancho Santa Fe that sticks out in your mind?
Well, I think we like the small community atmosphere. We love the village. We would hope that at some point in time the village would become a little bit more attractive to tourists and have a little bit more retail space. Of course, the golf club was beautiful, and being 5 miles from the beach doesn't hurt either.
What changes have you seen in our community, either at the association level or just community members, in the past several years?
Well, when we first moved here, at the time we moved here, there was quite a bit going on with a Covenant Club and with the hot wire fiber optics. And I think that's one thing that kind of stirred my interest a little bit to get on some of the committees and try to work on getting some of this done. I think the last couple of boards have done a great job in assisting our management, for the association in bringing, improving our bookkeeping and trying to improve our infrastructure and, hiring of a new CFO, I think, was an excellent choice. And they're doing a very good job on bringing the community up to 2019.
Going forward, what would you like to see the association do? What changes would you like to see in the community?
Well, I think the one thing that I think is very important in the community is the infrastructure. And in talking to people, I understand that the community used to have a very good rapport with SDG&E and the county. I think that with my experience working with utilities and counties, I would like to get our rapport going again with SDG&E and with the County of San Diego. I think it's important that we try to work with undergrounding our utilities, get rid of some of these telephone poles. I think we need to work on our streets with the getting speed limits down in some of the areas, getting better crossings for the horse crossings and the golf crossings, and get some of the potholes fixed. I think there's a lot that can be done in this community working with the utility companies. I think that our golf board is working very hard to improve the conditions in our restaurant and remodeling the restaurant facility. I would like to work with the golf board very much in doing that. I think we have some strong people in the tennis club that are trying to improve the tennis club and get better members, and I think my goal would be to support these and try to always improve in that, and try to get a younger demographics into our community to make sure we keep it going.
So the board deals a lot with policy issues. Are there any policy issues you think the board should be focused on going forward?
I think one of the strong issues right now is forestry. We have a lot of dead trees in this community. I personally have probably taken out 30 trees in my own property. and just for fire hazard and reforesting our community to keep it as beautiful as it is, with trees that will grow in our dry climate and go through our droughts and our huge rainstorms. I think the other big issue that we are working on is working with the Santa Fe Water District. We have a committee working with them right now, and I would definitely want to support that committee to continue working. And I think just having a group of people working on infrastructure in our community would be a great asset.
What do you think you bring to the table as a board member?
Well, I think first of all, I work well with people, I always have, and I have a lot of expertise in working with cities and utilities on aerial and underground and in other factions. So I think that would be my strong structure, to try to work with these utilities and with the county.
What's your passion, other than the association, of course? What's your true passion?
Wow, probably would have to start with my grandchildren. We're very fortunate. We have 3 wonderful grandchildren, and I think like most kids today, they're very smart. So my passion would be to live long enough to see my grandchildren graduating from college.
That's a nice sentiment. Any hobbies?
Well, my hobbies. My hobbies are cars. I've been involved with cars my whole life. Restoring vintage cars, building hot rods, racing cars. I skied up until my 73rd birthday, when I decided I'd retire from that. Now it's golf and keeping my cars running and getting the honeydews done at the house.